Welcome back. The Salt Lake City downtown area has lost a lot of its old buildings. Some say it's lost its character as new development has taken over block after block. But one small piece of land was saved from development just as this building boom started. It's now an unusual city park bordered by new buildings. It's the curious little place that was one man's passion. Craig Wirth tonight with a look at the history of the Gilgal Gardens.
The dozen main sculptures, including this one, the flowers, and Thomas Child in his brick pants. All of this was so close to being plowed under for condominiums 20 years ago, and Salt Lake City would have lost a valued part of American history.
The Gilgal Garden is part of a larger group called Visionary Art Environments, and these are places that have been created all over the country by individuals who have an incredible passion to express either a religious or a moral belief in physical form.
It seems most of these are destroyed when the individual dies. Historian Lisa Thompson and others in the Friends of Gilgal and lots of civic groups saved it, and now it's a city park. Now, most parks claim to be unique. Well, this one is. Folks took note of it as he added piece after piece each year.
Gilgal Garden is truly a unique place. I think unique is a really overused word, but it really applies to Gilgal. There's nothing else like it.
So let's back up to the 1940s. Thomas Child traveled the state looking for giant rocks. I mean 30 to 60 ton rocks, such as the one towering over the biblical story of beating the swords into plowshares. He combined his love and his devotion of his LDS faith with his love of masonry and rocks. He hired sculptor Maurice Brooks and hoped people would think.
Thomas Child felt the Sphinx was really the center around which the rest of the garden revolved. And the Sphinx is an ancient symbol of mysteries and riddles and big questions that can't be answered.
He saw Joseph Smith as his path to those answers. He also saw lots of philosophy to combine with scripture writings. There are 70 stones of writings. It was a passion. It occupied his life from when he was 57 years old in 1945 to his death in 1963. He also hired gardeners to make the place come alive around his sculptures. He picked out his biblical stories and the slaying of the giant, plus, of course, the boulders to tell the story.
He knew that some people might find the garden strange. He said, "You might think I'm a nut, but you don't have to agree with me. All I want you to do is accept the challenge and arouse your own curiosity for, thinking yourself about the big questions in life."
And there is the monument to the trade, his trade as a mason. It is his self-portrait. Oh, and what about the brick pants?
It seems appropriate that he should have brick pants in his self-portrait.
Again, his passion. He has a Bible in one hand and a set of blueprints in the other hand, with the tools of the trade surrounding him. The roof of this engineering wonder is anchored by the largest rock, a 62-ton boulder. Again, it's withstood nearly 60 years of weather. We don't have a lot of records about these, but then again, you get the idea. Thomas Child preferred you had questions rather than answers.
I would love to know, in the end, what drove him, what drove his passion.
So maybe it's the theology, or it could be the art and sculptures, or the history of what went on here, or maybe it's just a great place to spend an afternoon.
Craig Wirth, ABC 4 News.